Hi guys, my name is Matt with Rosso Motors. Today we're going to be assembling and unboxing the eQuad Q model. Your package will come in two shipments. There's going to be the ATV and then the battery shipment as well. And let's just get started with a knife to open the boxes up. We'll start with cutting the straps. And then we're just going to pull the crate out of the box. Next, we're going to take the steel frame off of the ATV here. So you're going to use a Phillips screwdriver and a 10mm wrench and just take the bolts out of the crate. Now we're just going to simply lift the crate off the top of the ATV. Next, we're going to just remove all the packaging from the ATV. Now we're going to go over the contents of what came in the box with the ATV here. We have our front bumper here, the charger for the ATV, a charging adapter if you want to charge the battery outside of the ATV, the shift knob for the ATV for the forward reverse switch, the keys for the 3-speed switch, a fuse as well as a spare. We have the hardware for the front bumper, as well as the hardware to mount the handlebars and a basic toolkit. So we're going to remove the bottom of the steel crate from the ATV. So there's going to be 2 mounts at the back and then 1 bolt at the front. We're going to use a Phillips screwdriver and a 10mm wrench. Save the bolt from the front for attaching your bumper. Okay. And then we're just going to lift the ATV out of the crate. So now we're going to install the handlebars on the ATV. So we have our handlebar brackets and the 4 bolts that were provided. All we're going to need to do is a 10mm wrench. The bottom bracket on new models is now part of the steering column, so place the handlebars in its groove top. Then add the 2 small handlebar clamps and the 2 bolts into each clamp, so 4 bolts total. So once you position the handlebars where you want them, you'll just tighten the 4 bolts now with a 10mm wrench. So next we're going to install the shifter knob onto the forward reverse switch. You'll just place the knob onto the shifter and the little screw goes in the middle and you'll tighten it down with a Phillips screwdriver. Okay guys, the next thing we're going to do is install the battery pack into the ATV. So you'll see it has 4 notches on the outside, 2 on each side. First we need to remove these brackets that hold the battery in there. So there's 2 bolts on either side that we'll have to remove first. Now that we have the brackets removed, we can get right in to put the battery inside. You'll want to make sure the side with the wires coming out will go to the front of your ATV. Slide the narrow end of the battery in first, then rotate the pack into position. Now that the battery is placed where it needs to be, we'll take the brackets and reinstall them. So now we'll be using a 10mm wrench and a 5mm Allen key to tighten these bolts down. Okay, so for the final steps of the battery, we're going to install the fuse and connect the battery cable. So first we're going to hook the fuse into the battery case. You'll find a black case on the red positive wire. You just open the cap up and press the fuse inside. And then we just take the black plug, and there'll be one coming from the ATV, and just connect them together. Now we'll install the bumper on the ATV. New style bumpers feature 4-point mounting for greater strength. Remove the bumper bolts if not previously removed when unbolting the ATV from the frame. Align the bumper with the mounting holes on the frame and then add your removed bolts. Tighten with your wrenches. The last step is to add the rear grab bar and reflectors. Align and layer the separate grab bar and the reflector brackets with the holes on the ATV's rear end. Use the provided nuts and bolts to secure and tighten with your wrenches. Finally, insert the reflectors into the remaining hole on the reflector brackets and tighten a nut on the back. The ATV is now assembled. A couple things we're going to go over. You do have the decal kits, so you can put any color you want on it. There's red, blue, or pink option for it. We do have the charger. We do recommend you fully charge it before you ride. So the charging port is up at the front here by the front shock. You just remove the black rubber cap and insert the charger and then plug it into the wall. So then we'll take the keys that you'll find mounted to the brake cable on the front here. Again, you can either insert them right below the throttle to turn the ATV on, or it also has the key fob you can turn on and off with the lightning bolt and the lock symbol. The last step, you want to make sure it's on the right speed for your child. So you have your speed switch keys here, and just put them in the switch and select your low, medium, or high speed. So that was how we do the assembly and unboxing of the eQuad Q for Rosso motors. If you do have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Thanks for watching.